Alright, so I'm going to show you guys what I have going on for this. This is my like second or third practice cover with my stamped textiles. And on this one I am adding in, this is a vintage French floral. It's super, super pretty. I have a small amount of it over here. And so, oh, just look how pretty that is. So I'm using some of that on here. I have this. This is from a fabric collection called Apple Butter. So I'm going to stitch that on there. And then I have this piece of a French quilt. So I have a lot of French textiles going in this one. This is going to go here somewhat like that. And then I have this little watercolor swatch that I did on just like a cream colored canvas. And I frayed the edges out. And that's going to go on there like that. So this is what I have this morning that I'm playing around with. I'm considering adding some of this in here because I feel like the colors are pretty complementary. But also what I want to do on the top of all these fabrics is some embroidery. So I don't know if it will get too busy, but I'm going to stitch these fabrics onto this right now. See the back here. And then we'll see after that. Okay, so I got the textiles stitched on the cover. I did end up going with a little bit of that sari down here. So you can see I just cut out how does this go? Goes this way. I just cut out this little like flourish from the sari trim, and it is here. Sorry, just a sec. There we go. It is here at the bottom. And here's what the whole thing looks like now. And now what I'm going to do is just experiment with some embroidery over the top of all these textiles. I like how that looks down there. So that's what I got going on now. Alright, so it is now like early afternoon-ish. I had a couple of Zoom meetings that I was part of, and now I've been back up here for about a half an hour, maybe a little bit longer, and I'm just going to show you these, use this to point at them. So I did all these little French knots right here. I think I want to add some more, just sort of like bring them up into this textile a little bit more. But these little yellow bits, these are my French knots I did. I added some blue stitches here and here. I just did these ones so you can see my thread still coming out. And then on this piece of sari, when I used my sewing machine, I just did a stitch right there. And so I wanted a little bit more. All these blue stitches were hand done by me, including the ones in this flower here. Just to give it a little bit more security. My daughter's going crazy. Anyways, so that's where I'm at now, and I'm still working on some more embroidery on this thing. I want to do something up here in these squares. I'm not sure what though, but yeah, all in all, I really like the colors of this cover. I think it's looking really good so far for just being like a practice. This might actually become like a journal that I sell. So yeah, that's where we're at now. I have these pages from a sewing manual, tailoring manual that I printed on, and then I went over parts of it with some really light blue watercolor. See right there. So in this other journal that I showed you when I was showing off my desk, is what I lined the inside with, and I had some scraps of it, so I put some on cover here, and I kind of like it. It looks a little bit better in person than it does on the video. But yeah, it's there now, and now I'm going to continue my embroidery. Okay, so it is now the next day in the afternoon, and I'm just sitting down to this again. My baby woke me up super early this morning, so I was kind of way too exhausted this morning to get anything done. But what I've done here now is I decided to take out that blue stitching, and I didn't end up liking it that much looking at it, but now that the blue is gone from that area, I'm liking the cover a lot more. I added some more French knots. There's some blue ones there, and I am currently working on more yellow. See my thing here? So that is what is up with this cover. So I think I'm done with the embroidery, at least on the bottom of this. I feel like comparatively the top is kind of plain, but I don't know, maybe I'll add some buttons up here or something. I think that might be cute. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and I shall be back. So thinking about it, I think I'm done with this cover, at least for now. I still feel like there needs to be something up here on the top. I just don't know what to do with it. So I really like the bottom. I like it a lot, actually. So let's see if I can, I don't know, do you guys have any suggestions for me? Like, I'm open to any suggestions. I was thinking maybe buttons would be cute. So I was gonna do that, but I can't find my small needle. The only needle that I have is too big to go through the buttons, or the buttonholes. And then this is my fabric that I stamped next. This one turned out really nice. I think I'm getting better at applying like even amount of ink and even pressure when I am doing the actual stamping. So I have that pattern, and this pattern, and that's just using the same stamp. So I'm gonna set this aside for now. Yeah, I really want to line the inside with some paper and like kind of just get this journal actually like going, you know, not just a cover. But yeah, any suggestions on the top, let me know. Or if you think it looks good just like this, let me know. All right, have a happy rest of your Friday and a happy weekend, guys. And I'll try and be back soon. Bye.